What's going on, y'all? I'm Hugh Steph, and this is Billionaire Talk, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we have a reaction video of 8 at the Table, where they'll be discussing traditional roles and emasculating the men by picking up the tab as a woman. Do you agree or do you disagree? Let us know. But before we do that, the button right there and right there. It's a like button and a subscribe button. Go ahead and hit those for me because it helps the channel grow. And as I always say, I enjoy making these content for you guys. All right, let's go ahead and get into the video.
I think it's a man's nature to want multiple women to a degree, but I will also, I think it's a boy's nature, right? Because the truth is, look, human beings evolve.
Damn, I didn't think I was going to hit the pause button that soon. My man just said it's in a man's nature, then contradicts himself and say it's a boy's nature. That just pissed me off. I ain't gonna hold you. I'll wait. Because I already know what type of podcast this is. I already know what's coming.
Just because that's what it was 1,000 years ago doesn't mean that's necessarily what it needs to be now, right? There's evolution. And at the end of the day, I always say a king with no discipline is a weak man with luxuries. A man without discipline is not a man.
You had that in one of your shows, didn't you?
That in the shirt. That was in your. I'm gonna put that on the shirt.
Harlem?
I wrote that in, I don't remember which one.
I knew it.
Yeah.
I knew it.
You know, and that's a king without discipline is nothing but a weak man with luxuries.
I mean, I totally agree. And the thing is that that's also.
Of course you agree. See, this is what I was talking about. Bro, this is scripted. You know what I'm saying? He's been through whatever he's been through in his life, but he's at a point where he's like, you know what? It don't make sense for me to go out there and be the young guy that I once was, which is fine for him. What I hate about this whole casting judgment, the very thing that women do on men that they can't control, is the men that have matured or men that have peaked in their life, or whatever you want to call it, are now doing the very same thing that the women are doing. You have to understand, men are different. That's what makes men men. That's what makes people people. Being different and unique. Not everybody's going to follow the same program. So because you may have been monogamous now and you're married or whatever your situation is, bro, doesn't mean that another man is not disciplined because he chooses to dabble between multiple women. Because in other parts of the world, it's not about discipline. It's about, hey, this is the society. This is the norm that we operate off of. I just want brothers to stop doing that. Listen, while y'all keep doing that, you are continuing to fulfill these women's delusional mindset. And I'm not coming at women. I'm saying that because realistically, not all men are supposed to be monogamous. Or choose, not even supposed. Not all men are monogamous. Everyone's different. Just like not all women are whores. Not all women are any of the negative stereotypes that come with that. But when you guys with these podcasts and positions and platforms, y'all put it out there and these women are following you because they're looking for an answer and a man that speaks their language, you're causing further divide. We need to start being honest and letting people know like, hey, listen, you like this guy, but just know that this guy might be into multiple women. That's not your guy. Get you your guy who likes you and only you.
So I also think that 100% applies to women.
Of course.
You know, but again, we always go back to like.
But women aren't held to discipline anymore.
I think that.
Might be right.
Because everything a woman does is okay. A woman can literally sleep with a man's brother and they're going to go, oh, you mad?
But I also think that I think it's the same case for both sexes personally.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because they're going to say that man is a piece of SHIT. And they're going to say she got her lick back. That's what they're going to say.
No. I'm saying, I'm saying, what I'm saying is that I think your issue with it, I think it applies to both sexes.
No, I think it definitely applies. But what I'm saying is I don't think society holds both sexes accountable anymore. I think men are held accountable and men are looked at as trash. Listen.
I think what happened in the.
Yeah, because brothers like you, and I'm not attacking you, brother, because I've watched a few of your segments and you definitely do preach. You know, you be kicking some real shit. But what I mean is, it's because by you casting the whole men aren't disciplined if they do this and men are disciplined if they do that, you're feeding into the whole, like you just said, men are attacked constantly for every single thing where women get a pass because they're women. We can't give women passes for being women, and we can't say men doing what they want to do is not disciplined.
that situation is Betty was at home rotting for 10 years and her man was outside making 10 children.
Thank you.
And so now women have come to this point where they're just like, no
This is what I'm going to tell
That's
you.
what happened.
Right?
The Bettys are tired.
There is a bar set. There is a bar set for what it means to be a man, right? If they say, what is it to be a man? They're going to say provide, protect. If you say, what is it to be a woman? There is no bar. A woman cannot cook or clean. She cannot nurture, she's still considered a man. Because that is the reality. That is what society has created. There is no bar set anymore. Because you know what they're going to, if a man goes, she doesn't cook or clean. Oh, you're a misogynist. She's not your slave. That's what they're going to.
What men are saying is they can buy everything and that they'd rather go to another country and buy their cheap wife.
If we're going to
because they don't want to be good men.
If we're going to be totally honest.
You know what? I can see now, I'm going to pause this a lot. Negro ma'am. Men are just tired of dealing with the bullshit. Some women want to fight us on everything, argue everything. They want to wear the drawers and they want to do what they want and still tell the men to bow down and be traditional while they don't have to be traditional. That's the problem. It has nothing to do with men saying they can go across seas and buy and spend money and get whatever woman they want. Very much so what is true is black men in America love black women. So anyways, let's get that out the way. But we're tired of you throwing your educations and your excellence and your queenhood in our faces and expecting us to still be traditional while y'all get to wear see-through clothing, revealing clothing. Y'all get to talk like sailors, cuss, smoke black and miles, and do what y'all do. Talk like niggas, fight niggas with less, slow down, Steph, with less repercussions than men do. A woman right now can go and smack me upside my head. And as soon as I fire back, I'm the one that's in trouble. I'm just defending myself.
There is no longer a bar set for a woman. You know, I had a conversation.
I've never heard that.
I had a conversation not too long ago, right, where I said, you know, why are there no responsibilities that is the woman and the woman's only, right? For instance, why is there no responsibility that you take pride in? And what I mean by that is, if we go out on a first date and you attempt to pay, I'm offended.
Why?
Because that is my role. That is my job, right?
People don't feel that way.
But wait.
Yeah, you're from a different generation.
Hold on. Most men, let's be honest. Let's be honest. We're not going to talk about the exception. We're not going to treat the exception like it's the rule, right? There are responsibilities that are mine and mine only, right? Whether it's paying the majority of the bills, taking out the garbage, whatever it is. But guess what? I can cook, I can clean, I can take care of the kids, I can babysit. You won't be offended by me doing any of this. Any.
That's because that speaks to you as an individual. Me personally, I love it when a woman says, hey, let me take care of this. You got me. That shows me that she likes me. It's not required, but I'm damn sure appreciative if a woman goes out her way to spend money, because in most cases, women don't like spending money on guys that's not their husband or even a guy that they're taking serious. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll even go a little further. A woman who opened my door, like if she's just in front of me, she doesn't step aside and let me open the door. I'm not going to overreact to be like, oh, you disrespected me. I'm the man. She's a human being I'm assuming her father, her parents, her mother raised her to be a decent human being, a polite human being, someone with manners and courtesy to open the door like she would a little kid, older woman, or any random man. It's cool to have gender roles. Gender roles are necessary for sure, but you put them in too many places where it's not needed. You don't need gender roles on every single thing. You, brother, speak for yourself. If you feel disrespectful, a woman pulls out her wallet. Me personally, hey, baby, shit. Guess what I'm gonna do when we get home?
Garbage, whatever it is. But guess what? I can cook, I can clean, I can take care of the kids, I can babysit. You won't be offended by me doing any of this. Any. Why are there no responsibilities that you take pride in?
I think there are.
Yeah, I think so.
I think there are.
But that's your experience, though, because in my household, I am the one that does the cooking and the cleaning. So that's your experience.
But if he cooked,
my man has never, ever had to touch the stove.
But if he did, would you be offended?
I would be like, get out of my kitchen. What are you doing?
You'd be like shocked. You'd be like, what you doing?
Yeah,
Would
why
you
would
feel
you do
like
that?
less of a woman if he did?
I don't think he would feel like less of a man if I paid for one of his dinners either, though. So I think it's just like the
truth is,
level.
it's to the point where there was a word created for it. It's called emasculation.
All right, the way they cut that, I'm not going to speak on the way they cut it and transition it. What I will speak on is, if his point is men feel less of a man because a woman picks out her wallet, I'm going to be real, fellas. We got to what did he say in the beginning? Evolution. Get past that, dog. Every man, do what you do what you want. But I'm just going to be real. Me personally, I think it's stupid to feel emasculated because a woman wants to treat you for lunch, dinner, or pick up the tab or whatever is the case. Okay, let's use logic here. And this is where I lose a lot of people. If you're offended by a woman doing anything remotely close to what a man will do, because look at all the holidays, Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries, and even things, Valentine's Day that just passed yesterday. Some women go out and ball out and do things for their men, for their birthdays, said holidays, and so forth. So by his logic, you should be offended or you are emasculated every time a woman steps out her way to treat you, to buy you gifts, to do nice things for you, to surprise you. You see how that don't really make sense? Because that's taking away the focus on the love aspect of it. A woman doing this out of love for her dude. That's what it's about. So it should be the same. If she going to pick up that tab, it's out of love. It's out of safety. It's out of security. It's out of the fact that she rocks with you the long way.
If a woman tries to do a man's responsibilities, she is emasculating
But I think that it
him.
should be that way, though. I'm not disagreeing with you.
So-
I'm just
But that's
saying
not
as
for
though there
all
should
men,
be.
though. I feel like
I think there's
There are no absolutes. We're talking to the way that...
No, but you have to think about it. Y'all is two different generations. So the way you perceive the world is
Yeah, I can agree to that.
totally different. So like somebody in her generation, a dude would be like, but we going
50 at dinner. You
or-
got
But guess what?
No, but-
I was-
You do realize that this is a result of feminism and women's independence. So y'all got what y'all asked for.
Who is we?
Y'all got what y'all asked
First of all,
for.
we wasn't even knowing.
Wait.
What's your definition of feminism?
White women?
Wait. Let me tell you something. Chivalry existed. Men paid for all the bills and men paid for dinner. Do you know why? Because women couldn't work. Y'all asked for independence.
Who is y'all?
Now,
Black
wait,
women was always working.
Hold on.
Thank you. No,
Now, I'm glad she corrected him. I get what he was trying to say, but black women definitely were working. So she touche. She got you there, brother. She got you there.
Thank you.
Black women was always working. So don't keep doing that to us. Y'all always saying y'all asked
In the
that.
home,
We
y'all didn't
always
have
had to
jobs
do
that
it
y'all
all.
didn't have jobs that y'all were paid for.
What?
Being at home is worse. These kids is crazy.
Okay. See, now we're moving the goalpost.
No, we're
Let's listen. Let's so y'all asked for independence. Y'all asked for equal pay. Now y'all got
We didn't
equal.
ask for independence.
Wait.
We didn't ask for, that's not what feminism is.
Wait. Y'all got equal pay, but y'all still want men to carry the brunt of the work.
We don't have equal pay.
So which one is it?
don't have equal pay.
That ain't.
Which one? I'm just asking. Which
you're
one?
saying factually, like these
What
things.
we're doing right now is playing semantics.
No, listen, no. We're not playing semantics because at the end of the day, women. I think it's a something Ledbetter case. It was some law. It came into play, whatever, during Obama's time. Obama was recently a president, right? That's my generation. It ain't my mama. It ain't my granny. It ain't right. And women still are not paid equally. So really, I want you to understand that's not what feminism is. Feminism is about having equal opportunity, just like black people wanting equal opportunity.
That's what feminism was, but what has it turned to? What has it become?
But do you?
No,
think
that's
why?
it's not.
But
My
do we ever
God.
talk about
Y'all
the
can't have
why?
y'all. Listen, what I'm saying is y'all can't have y'all cake and eat it too.
Okay.
Y'all want men.
don't.
Y'all want men to be traditional while y'all are no longer required to be traditional. I'm sorry.
And I don't think that's right.
Yes, it does not work that way. That's what feminism is. Men,
not what-
men continue to pay the bills. Men continue to pay for
And be
dinner.
shitty individuals.
But yeah, listen, you
And
know
be
what?
shitty individuals.
You know what?
All right, listen, just because you have issues with the guys you date, it doesn't mean all men are shitty individuals. You got to do better, boo. I mean, you're probably looking at yourself like you the high and mighty, best thing on the block. Respectfully, of course. I don't want no beef. But not all guys are shit. There are communities, families, and so forth where 50-50 is not a big deal, and 50-50 means a multitude of things. It means financially, or it even just means work around the house, or it means, you know what I'm saying, raising a child a certain way, changing diapers, whatever you want to call it. To his point, he's right. Feminism has grown into a thing where now women hate men. They want to be equal to men at the same time while they hate men, which is crazy. And also, they want the men to be traditional while they get to do whatever they want, wear what they want, say what they want. You know what I'm saying? And then I won't go any further, but the further you go left, it gets weirder.
feminism is? Let's remove the responsibility off of women's backs, but leave the responsibility on men's. That's what it is.
That's your perspective, and I have to respect it.
That is
I'm
my
not
perspective.
a man.
Yeah, you don't have to agree.
I'm not a man, so I don't know how it
No, guys, words have meaning.
Yes, they do.
We can't just say that feminism is whatever you're saying or whatever you're saying.
Right.
There is an actual definition of feminism. And Marie is going to tell us in a second. But at the end of the day,
She said, I am.
feminism
Are
is...
just words.
Okay. Oh, words are just words.
Words are just words to a degree, because guess what? Men these days are women.
That's what we're trying
What's
to
the
tell you.
difference?
So you're
But they're not women.
All my life.
What the fuck is happening? What is happening right now? Words are just words and men are women. What are you talking about? Words are not just words, because words get people beat up. Words get people arguing. Words trigger people. Words get people deleted. What are we talking about? Words very much have meaning. And yes, the context matters when using said words, but social media made it so that it doesn't matter. It's all about how I feel, how the person feels in that moment, and what they're going to do about how they feel. And that someone has to be wrong and someone has to be right. And usually the person who's more emotional is the person that has to be right. Now, and with this, what are you talking about, men or women? Maybe he's trying to say because the roles have been reversed, men are now being emasculated. But okay, even if we speak to that, that's a small percentage as to what's going on, because my homies or any dude that I know, I don't know anyone that's in a emasculated situation with their woman, wife, or significant other, anything like that. I don't know. I haven't seen it. I've only seen it online where these women come on here and they run men and tell them what to do and how to live their lives. And they say, yes, babe, yes, wife, yes, honey. And that's it. There's no fight. There's no backbone. There's no putting the foot down. There's no, you know what I'm saying? I haven't seen it in real life. Not saying it don't exist. I just haven't seen it. So let's not make that a norm. Let's not make that the majority.
But what words are words?
No, you just contradicted this, because that's the problem that we're having. Traditional for who? We haven't had traditional for so long. These men are literally bickering with us about everything.
I'm not speaking traditional by societal standards. I'm not speaking traditional by societal standards. I'm speaking traditional by the way God designed us. And this is what we need to understand. When I say traditional,
women
by the
are doing
way,
it all. I just want you to know that.
Women are doing it all.
They're doing it all. They're literally working, taking care of the kids, taking care of the house, taking care of the bills, taking care of the cooking, taking care of this, taking care of that,
and working.
Comes home and he was like, wants his foot rubbed, and now he's upset.
And at what point do you hold yourself? And at what point? Wait. And at what point? And at what point do you hold yourself accountable for choosing that man?
That's the point I'm making too.
I don't understand.
But no,
wait
you guys
a
are getting
minute.
upset because women are not choosing the man that they have to go 50-50 with. So when I say I want a man that takes care, no, I'm not saying you. We're not talking about you. I want to get a belt.
No, I'm just saying. But at what point?
Wait a minute now.
You got the belt.
But
Whoop his ass.
at what point do you hold yourself accountable? If you're saying women are doing this, okay, and hold yourself accountable for the fact that that's the man that you chose.
Let me show you right now.
You're right, though.
I want you to read the comments right after I say this. I want a man that provides and takes care of all of my bills and is going to make sure that I don't have to lift a
Are you a
finger.
child?
You see what I'm saying?
What?
See what I'm saying?
Exactly. No.
No, wait a minute.
No, you literally...
You twerk.
You literally just like proved your point.
Lord.
Yeah, okay. Now, see, I had to watch this over and pay more attention. His point fell apart. She checkmate him at least 2-3 times. She used a hypothetical and he fell right into the trap. She said, I want a man who's going to take care of this, that, and the third. And his response, the same guy who doesn't require his woman, who feels emasculated, right? If his woman picks up the bill, just said, are you a child? I'm not gonna lie, she got him. She rocked his shit. That's it. You got no more argument. There ain't nothing else you can say. I'm not gonna lie, I got the heater on and I'm already sweating, but this nigga done pissed me off. I'm pissed. I thought the ladies was gonna piss me off. Ladies, big up. Y'all held it down. I forgot brother's name. On that note, I'm gonna catch you on the next one.